We're looking at high winds this weekend across western Oklahoma. We're seeing some fire risk.
It's the very opposite of right now what Augusta, Georgia looks like at the Masters. Everything's green, the magnolias, all the flowers, everything's in bloom.
Yeah. And then you go out to western Oklahoma and it's like hurricane force winds.
Let me show you this picture from Val and Amy CASTOR from FORGAN out in the Panhandle, Oregon.
Look at that dust.
That looks like Mars, folks.
It does.
No, that is the Oklahoma Panhandle. That parts of the area have not seen a quarter inch of rain since August. Yes, last year, August. It is brutal. The drought continues to build, and we've had these high winds all week long. Numerous big fires, and the fire threat will continue. We might get a little break here this weekend into early next week for most of us. But anytime a dry line comes in for the west and we see dry air and windy conditions with the ongoing drought, that will continue to build as it does not look like a wet pattern heading our way over the next couple of weeks. We will have some chances of rain and storms, but overall, not really a wet pattern. We need that, as you can see, anywhere from a severe to extreme to exceptional drought here across southwest Oklahoma, into the Panhandle. A little bit of relief, but that extreme fires or drought will continue to build into northwest Oklahoma. We'll go from a moderate to high. We're starting to green up a little bit here across central Oklahoma and eastern Oklahoma. The humidity is up a little bit. The winds are not gusting to 50 to 60. So I've knocked it down from the extreme to a high. But again, any fire that does get going out, especially out to the west, will travel very quickly. So no outdoor burning. Just be cautious. Our trackers will be out there just watching the fire threat here this afternoon into early evening. Anybody else sick of the wind yet? I know I am. Northwest wind 30, gusting to 40. It's a cool breeze with those lower 50s, lower to middle 50s, a northwest breeze. Humidity is down a little bit into the teens and 20s, so you get in the shade. It is a cool, chilly breeze, and 20 to 30 will be wind gusts to near 40. Lots of sunshine, and the wildfire threat will continue towards sunset. Now, after sunset, the winds will shut off, okay? Our wind makers making its way off towards the east, and we'll go from a north wind to a south wind here this weekend. As you can see, temperatures lower 60s into the 40s here this evening. Our average last freeze is April 1st to the first week of April here across Oklahoma City. And why I show that is look at the low temperatures here tonight. Clear skies, light winds, low humidity. Radiational cooling will take effect and all the warmth will escape. Cold air will escape or push down towards the surface, and some areas will see a frost and freeze from central and northern half of the state. So again, if you have some tender vegetation here across the northern half of the state, make sure you cover them. Here across Oklahoma City, we'll be fine with middle 30s, but off towards the north, a little bit of a freeze up towards Ponca City, Stillwater, and Enid. There's our big wind maker heading off towards the east. There's our another big storm maker early next week that'll pump humidity into the atmosphere and give us a case of a couple of severe thunderstorms. Here tomorrow afternoon, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Here comes those south winds, dry air in place, a little bit of a fire threat, but the winds not too bad tomorrow afternoon out towards the west. We'll watch a front that comes in on Sunday. 80s and 90s, humidity starts to increase, and from Oklahoma City northeast, there will be an isolated chance of a severe thunderstorm. If storms develop, the better chance of storms will be up here towards Tulsa and Miami. That's what we'll put a 40 to 50% chance, about a 10 to 20% chance. But if we do see a storm develop, one or two of those could be severe. Depending on where the front is on Monday, best chance of severe weather, Texas into southeast Oklahoma. Tuesday, all the ingredients are there for all storm modes, hail, wind, and even tornadoes. But the big question is do we get a trigger in the atmosphere to pop through the cap or the lid in the atmosphere, and we get a couple big supercells to develop. Wednesday, it looks like the timing of the front is not going to be timed out perfectly for severe weather. Not complaining. It'll be eastern Oklahoma into Arkansas and Missouri. All said and done, some areas will see rain. A lot of areas might not see much rain with this storm system early next week. We'll have to watch out for the possibility of severe weather. But 80s over the weekend, 70s early next week, maybe a chance of a shower or thunderstorm into next Friday.